Hello, I'm back again, and there's people walking by once again. Plus, I just had a situation with my daughter who insisted on trying to throw me a hat several times while I've been making videos, which she saw nothing wrong with at the time, but okay, so she's past doing that, and the people have now walked past, so I'm going to continue with my video here. Okay. Narcissists will have temper tantrums when they don't get their way, just like a 6-year-old will. They'll throw things, they'll stomp, they'll call you a meanie, they'll tell you that they hate you, they'll tell you they wish they never met you, all kinds of stuff. They'll pour on the fake tears, all kinds of stuff. I remember an altercation I had with the narcissistic mentor in my life where she had spent a lot of time with me, and I told her if I was infringing on her time with her family to let me know. Well, apparently I was infringing without realizing it because she never let me know. Every time I would ask, she'd say, "Oh no, it's fine. Don't worry about it. We're best friends. I gotta have time for you, and they have to wait. My family needs to wait sometimes because, they it's not that they come second, but they gotta take turns. They gotta share me." Okay, I understood that because my family had to learn the same thing a little bit. But apparently I was really infringing on their time, and I didn't realize it. So the lady's husband got on the internet to me and just basically told me that I needed to stop and that I was being too involved with his wife and that it was causing problems in the family. And she was just bawling her head off, saying I didn't care about her and how could I do this to her, and I was exhausting her and draining her and whatever. She set no boundaries with me. I tried to set boundaries, she wouldn't do it. Point is, major temper tantrum, major dramatics and theatrics from her. Major. It was like a 6-year-old, or maybe younger. I don't know. They can be very dishonest and outright lie at times. Not all the time, but when it suits them to get what they want or to protect their fragile egos, yeah, they'll lie. And if they're confronted about something, they'll lie if they don't want to get caught in something that they did. Because after all, there can't be any flaw in them. Um, in fact, with a narcissist, just like a 6-year-old, you have to ask them how they did it instead of not if they did it. You know, um, like with a child. Did you pull your sister's hair? No. So you say, okay, you already know they pulled the sister's hair. Your sister's crying. Can you tell me what's going on? What did she do to make you pull her hair? Something like that. You have to ask it in a roundabout way rather than out and out asking the obvious that you already know the answer to. Trying to think of one with a narcissist where you have to ask them how they did it instead of if they did. Oh, I see that Sherry's crying. What was it that you said that made her cry? Stuff like that. Not did you upset Sherry or did you make her cry. It's always you have to ask the details, skirt around the issue, because they're going to deny it. If you ask them, did you? They'll say no every time. Somebody might have a better example than those, and that's fine. If you do, send it my way here. Okay, they hold grudges. Oh my gosh, can they hold grudges? The longest time of anybody I've ever met can they hold grudges. They're very critical of other people. We talked about that. When they have a conflict in a relationship, even a close friendship, they expect things to just start up again normally like they were before the conflict happened, as if nothing ever happened, as if you didn't have that major fight over money or that major fight over that person and what they said or did or whatever. It's as if nothing ever happened. Like you just start back on track as if history was erased. And it's weird. I've had that experience. Very strange. It's almost comforting in a twisted sort of way. It's like, oh, good, we don't have to talk about that. Apparently they've let it go. They've forgiven me. But yet that's not quite the case with the narcissist. They let it go all right for a time, and then they use it against you later. That's how they work with that. They'll all of a sudden, in the weirdest moments, like in front of somebody that it happened with, they'll bring it up in front of that person and say, I remember when you said such and such to her, and they'll cause hurt feelings and division between people. And it's really painful to be on the receiving end of that. Let's see. Yeah, and of course, if you get upset about that, they don't understand why you're upset. They don't get it. They'll just, I just said blah blah blah, as if there was nothing wrong with what they just said in front of that person. They don't get it. The elevator does not reach the top floor on that one. Narcissists can be very bossy. If you ever met a 6-year-old, especially a little girl, I would say, they can be very snippy and bossy. Very much so. And so can the narcissist. Stay tuned. I got a short video coming up for the rest of this narcissist compared to 6-year-olds. See you then.